Voy a dar algunos antecedentes sobre el Camino de Santiago para ayudar a entender mejor a nuestros peregrinos. En el pasado, las personas habrían peregrinado para pedir una gracia, cumplir un voto o como una búsqueda de personal religiosa. En la mayoría de los casos lo habrían hecho como una decisión libre y personal, pero a veces era impuesto como castigo por un juez o como penitencia por el confesor por pecados particularmente graves. Los ricos podrían enviar a una persona a hacer la peregrinación por su cuenta. Hoy en día las razones son un poco diferentes, con las personas notables que lo han caminado, de Angela Merkel con el expresidente de gobierno español Mariano Rajoy, al Papa Juan Pablo II, que lo peregrinó en 2 ocasiones, y hasta los reyes de Bélgica, como una tradición de Pascua. Casi 180,000 personas hicieron la peregrinación el año pasado, la mayoría de ellos siendo españolas, 68%.
Not only do people walk the way of St. James for religious purposes, but new motivations have appeared over the years. Some of today's reasons are: stress from work and technology are shattering our lives. Therefore, since the pandemic, walkers tend to look for ways of getting away from their daily life and connecting with nature. Meeting new people is another motivation. Many people walk the way alone in order to make contact with different cultures and ideologies, a good way to open our minds and establish new relations. Spiritual purposes have a strong presence. Some pilgrims take the way as a spiritual journey for finding themselves and reflecting on daily problems. Others do it as a personal challenge, both physically and in terms of health. Surpassing our limits strengthens us to have more confidence in our abilities. Connecting with tradition and culture. With this, pilgrims come into contact with the local history.
Mariana of Neuburg was born on October 28, 1667 in the Palace of Bernrath, in the German city of Düsseldorf. She was the 12th daughter of the Elector Philipp Wilhelm of Neuburg and his wife, Elisabeth Amalia. She grew up with her numerous siblings in the Palace of Neuburg, received an education focused on music, painting, literature, or languages, among many other disciplines, since her education was planned so that she would become a good wife. Mariana was a princess who became the second wife of King Charles II of Spain, thus being Queen Consort of Spain and the last of the House of Austria. Quickly elected after the death of Maria Luisa de Orleans, the king's first wife, her inability to produce the desired heir to give continuity to the monarchy made her 10-year reign in Spain a very turbulent period. After the death of her husband, the queen fell definitely in disgrace and was banished to France, causing her figure to be forgotten. She stood out in her time for being a manipulative, ambitious, selfish, and very unfriendly queen, gaining immediately some hatred from both the nobility and the Spanish people, although she also stood out for her participation in Spanish politics during her husband's reign.
Charles II, King of Spain, was forced to look for a new queen after the death of his first wife, Marie-Louise of Orleans, also because of the need for an heir. Marianne of Neuburg, Queen of Germany, was the chosen one. Her marriage by proxy with Charles II took place on August 28, 1689, although it was a year later when both met face-to-face to perform the wedding in Valladolid. For this meeting, she decided to travel by sea to Spain, and before leaving, she said that she would take advantage of this trip to make a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela, which she decided to do by the English way. The beginning of her reign seemed to be successful, but not for long. She did not obtain the desired heir from her husband, and could not incline her succession in favor of the House of Austria.
This trip of Mariana to Santiago was an unpleasant one. Nausea, vomiting, and other hardships took place. The journey lasted 8 months, and it was by ship. There were many storms which led to the port of destination being changed to Ferrol instead of Santander. Due to how eventful this trip was, the first time she set foot in Spain, she fell sitting down on a rock in the Murgados statuary because of dizziness, and since then that rock has been called Ocu da Rainha, that it is in Galician and means something like Queen's Bath. After spending 2 nights in the castle of Andrade in Pontedeume and in the manor of the Counts of Lemons in Betanzos, she finally arrived to the port of A Coruña on the 8th of April of 1690, where she remained until the 15th. In the church of Santa Maria, the city celebrated the royal visit. There were dances, lights, fireworks, etc. Mariana was so grateful for the welcome from A Coruña that she gave the city a silver Eucharistic chest. Before heading towards the court, the queen wanted to make a pilgrimage to Santiago to prostrate herself before the apostle. Perhaps about omen, the cathedral Botafumeiro collapsed in full mass and almost crushed her. By the eventfulness of this trip, it meant a lot to the Queen to make it, and not only for the city of Santiago, but also for the towns and other cities such as Pontedeume or A Coruña, where she left different gifts as offerings of her gratitude for the welcome that was given.
La reconstrucción de la vida de esta peregrina carece de mucha información, pero se estima que nació en Bishop's Lynn, Inglaterra, alrededor de 1373. Pese a su matrimonio con un comerciante y sus 14 niños, mantuvo su virginidad y llevó blanco hasta su muerte. Al llegar a una de sus 3 destinaciones peregrinales, experimentó tanta emoción que se echó a llorar y no paró durante 10 años, una característica que la convirtió en una supuesta molestia para sus compañeros de viaje. Se desconoce de su motivación para emprender el viaje de 1417 hasta Compostela, pero es probable que fuera por deudas religiosas. Había padecido una enfermedad 2 años antes del viaje y casi murió, rezando al Santo Jaime que la curase y que ella le visitaría en Santiago de Compostela si le salvaba. En cuanto a los fondos para su viaje, dependió de la bondad de los demás, incluyendo a los donantes que le pidieron realizar el peregrino en su nombre. Hoy en día, Margery pertenece a las mujeres estudiadas por los académicos feministas y se ha producido una subdisciplina llamada estudios Kempe.